Cleveland Browns fans, if you're anything like Detroit Lions fans, sometimes the best player and the favorite position on the team is the backup quarterback. And no, you don't want that to happen. You want Deshaun Watson to have the years that he had in Houston with the Texans. You want him to come back and be in that form. But it is really nice, especially when you have a mobile quarterback. Injury risk is a little bit higher. It is an important position for any competing team to have a solid backup quarterback and even one in the future. And if you can find that in a rookie, life gets so much sweeter. And I think the Cleveland Browns have found that. They got DTR. They have Dorian Thompson Robinson. Right now, I'm going to show you some of the things that he did in the Browns' victory, thanks in very large part to him against the New York Jets. All right. For starters, when you go up against Tim Boyle, things usually go well for you. And the Jets had to put out Tim Boyle. But Kellen Mond was 13 of 19 for a whopping 92 yards. He had a touchdown and a pick. He looked afraid to throw anything that wasn't a screen pass. So when Dorian Thompson Robinson came in, I think it was almost like a breath of fresh air, and he was willing to run. He was willing to use his legs. So let's just look at the stats at first. He was 8 of 11 for 82 yards and a touchdown. It was a nice slant pass. Wide receiver was wide open. You can't miss that pass, but he put it right on him, which allowed him to run, turn up field, and get into the end zone for a touchdown. And I believe that was Felton, Demetric Felton Jr. Oh, no, that's actually not true. I'm so sorry. It was, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know if it was Watkins or if it was Kelly, to be honest with you, who got the touchdown. But he also ran the ball well. This box score, there's some competing things. On one thing, I saw 3 carries for 29 yards. On the box score, the official box score, it's saying 6 carries for 36 yards with a long of 15. And what's not in this box score is the block that set up the touchdown for Demetric Felton Jr. That is not a 16-yard touchdown unless DTR makes that block on the edge. You don't want your starting quarterback doing that in the regular season, even though we all love to see it. But your backup quarterback, battling for third string quarterback, doing that in the preseason, oh yeah, all day. Let's go for that for sure. All right. There's a Fan Nation article talking about Dorian Thompson Robinson. As we know, they gave the first half to Kellen Mond, which I'm sure every Cleveland Browns fan was like, no, come on, give us DTR. And when DTR came in the game, he looked much better. He had to wait till the second half, but he found success, both his arms and legs. There's some nervous energy in that first one, as it says in this article. But it was, they had a touchdown run that capped off the first drive. Well, not the first drive, but second or third drive by his teammate. In the fourth quarter, he was able to move the ball through the air in combination with some effective runs. Hey, I'm telling you right now, his running was good. His willingness to fake the pass, he just showed a different level when he was able to run. Like, you knew he was a good athlete. You knew he'd be fine, but he looked quick out there. He looked shifty. He looked like he was ready for the NFL. And I understand this was preseason game 1. And when he was in the second half, it's a lot of third team guys that likely won't even make the roster. It's still more talent than he was playing against in pretty much every game. No, I'm going to say in every game than it was in the Pac-12, which is now the Pac-4. I'm sorry. That's sad. There's so many things we could talk about with the college landscape changing, but we're Midwest people. Okay. And when we see more and more teams come to the Big Ten, I'm not frustrated about that. I love it. I want to see the Big Ten be the best conference in the country. I want the reign of the SEC. Get it out of here. All right. This is Big Ten country, baby. All right. So anyways, I want to talk a little bit about DTR. I don't know how much I've talked about it on this channel, but I know that I had a man crush on him in the draft process. And I did a video for our other channel, Sports Talk Detroit. And I actually said in that channel, like, the one player the Detroit Lions need to draft. Now, we ended up getting Hendon Hooker, but DTR was my guy. I was like 4th, 5th, 6th round. Like, draft this guy. This can be your future backup quarterback. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy with Hendon Hooker, and we're to see it. But here's the thing about DTR, and I'm just going to read some stats for you. His junior to senior year, there was a huge jump. He went from 2,400 yards passing to almost 3,200 yards passing. And that's not even like his yards per attempt went up greatly. It's not even that. It's just that he was trusted with more throws, and he completed those throws at a 70% clip. He went from a 62.2% completion percentage to a 69.6 completion percentage. He changed it, and he still did work on the ground. He had 118 carries for 645 yards for an average of 5.5. Like, the dude did things, and he didn't turn the ball over. In fact, his senior year, in 13 games and 118 carries, he didn't have one fumble. He had 645 yards on the ground. He had 12 rushing touchdowns. He had 27 passing touchdowns to 10 interceptions. The 39 touchdowns overall to 10 turnovers. That's not bad. There is a spot for him on this team. And yes, if he is the third wide receiver or quarterback, they're going to keep 3. They're just going to keep 3. And right now, Deshaun Watson is number 1. Josh Dobbs, out of Tennessee, is number 2. He spent some time with the Lions. Honestly, Josh Dobbs has been around. He is viewed as a very solid backup quarterback. I don't know if I fully agree with that, but he's far enough ahead of DTR and Kellen Mond right now that he didn't even play. So in the preseason game, so they view him as their entrenched second or backup quarterback. So when you look at the rest of the year, here's what you're looking from DTR. You're looking for him to put Kellen Mond in the rearview mirror, and I think he already kind of did that in the first preseason game. Now what you're looking for him to do is he needs to start chasing down Dobbs. He needs to start chasing him down, and he needs to start making it difficult on this coaching staff as preseason comes to an end, the regular season starts, and definitely as the season goes on, he needs to make it difficult on the coaching staff to say, why is Josh Dobbs the number 2 quarterback? At what point is DTR the guy? And by the end of this rookie year, he needs to be undoubtedly the second best quarterback on this team. That's what he needs to be so he can go forward being the backup quarterback. And then over the next 4 years of his rookie contract, I promise you, and I'm not hoping this, I'm not wishing this on anybody, but with the way Deshaun Watson plays football, with some of the running that he's going to be doing, and just with the nature of football itself, over the next 4 years, there are going to be times of injury for your starting quarterback. Unless your starting quarterback is Peyton Manning or Brett Favre, who never get hurt, other players will play. And he will have the chance to prove if he is a good enough quarterback going forward. And then who knows, like if you're looking way down the line, is he good enough to be the guy when Deshaun Watson's contract's up? Or are you just going to keep paying Deshaun Watson? I don't know. You might have to pay him too. So they're going to have something weird going on there. But you have 2 or 3 young, athletic, good football players at the quarterback position. Let's just hope that, let's be honest, Deshaun Watson can be elite. And now you have, hopefully, you're set to be back up at the quarterback position. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. Keep commenting. Browns fans, you come out for these videos. We are thankful for you on Sports Talk Extra. There's a kinship here between Lions and Browns fans. We understand each other. We get it. Similar cities, similar football teams. There's that basketball rivalry with the Pistons and the Cavs, but football, you're in the AFC, we're in the NFC. So it's almost more of like a mutual, I see you. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.